Serap sues On the news tonight, Serap sues NNPCL over failure to account for missing $49.7 million of other oil. NCC reveals urban Nigerians enjoy 40% faster internet than rural users. Plus, IMF ranks Nigeria's 6th position in world's top contributor to global real GDP growth in 2026. Good evening, good to have you join us on the World News Tonight. My name is Ibiguni Kalio. River State, treasure base of the nation, let's build and take her to greater heights. It's a task we must accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube, Facebook at Rstv Online. The environment.
For generations, December, January, and February have meant one thing across much of Nigeria: the Harmattan season. It was a season of dry, dusty winds blowing from the Sahara, sending cold winds and making people reach out for sweaters, lip gloves because of chapped leaves, driving round in dusty cars under hazy skies. The season was so predictable that it shaped farming calendars, travel plans, and health advice, and even cultural memory. As 2025 passed out, Nigerians are asking an unsettling that instead of the familiar chilly mornings and dusty breeze, the country has been gripped by an unusual heat.
No hammer time, no NEPA, everywhere heat for night, person no dey sleep. As if our government is now giving us bad weather.
I've noticed harmattan.
John Egwin Nwokorie is a meteorologist, while Emmanuel Obonda is a public affairs analyst. According to them, fans now rotate endlessly, air conditioners struggle, and people complain of heat rashes rather than the cold and its attendant ailments like induced cough and catarrh. They noted that the expected seasonal shift simply did not arrive, and this absence should worry Nigerians.
In the era of 80s and 90s, when you come to the months of November and December, you will see harmattan seriously. And of course, December is always, the peak of harmattan. But this time around, it's no longer the same because things are going abnormal.
The lack of any or no harmattan season this period is driven by climate change. The traditional atmospheric pattern that brings cold, dry, and dust wind from Sahara desert has been depleted. Factors responsible for that shift is the global warming.
One question begging for an answer is this weather a one-off anomaly or the symptom of a much deeper condition? Experts believe it is act in climate change, a phenomenon many Nigerians still discuss as something distant or abstract. But climate change, according to them, is no longer knocking at our door. It is already seated in our homes.
The depletion of the ozone layer had so created a harsh weather on us now. The period is warmer and people no longer have or find it funny anymore. And now the air that should have brought in cold period of seasoning to us have been abruptly stopped because the boundary has been affected.
Across the globe, scientists have observed increasing irregularity in seasons with longer heat waves, delayed rains, unexpected floods, and shortened cold periods. But beyond science, the Harmattan has social and economic implications. Mr. Mishak Uyi is an environmentalist, and he posited that the troubling part is not just about the fading Harmattan, but the unpreparedness of Nigeria for these shifts. Mr. Uyi said climate policies and environmental education are far-fetched, and if one of the most predictable features of Nigeria's climate can disappear without warning, what else might we lose? Experts are calling on government agencies, environmental experts, and academic institutions to urgently study this anomaly and not dismiss it as a coincidence, as Nigerians deserve clear explanations backed by data, not silence. Others observed that the Harmattan's absence is not just about discomfort, but rather a signal.
We don't know what is happening. Everywhere is hot. The weather is hot. No Harmattan. We don't sleep at night. Heat rashes everywhere. Children can't sleep. We are just tired of the hot weather.
God is actually angry with the leaders. I think it's a collective responsibility. So I call that all Nigerians is a time for us to go into prayer so we can get this right.
I don't think or see us adapting so soon until it begins to affect us so badly. So it is now left for the government to also build a wall and blocks to curb this menace. Government should create a reforestation and shelter bed. Advise her people to start planting trees and then also creating shelters of beds around their vicinities.
Ogboka Umeda, Rstv News.
Its alleged failure to account for 22.3 billion naira in oil revenue. This was disclosed in a statement issued by SERAP Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare on Sunday. The action follows allegations contained in 2022 audited report of the Auditor General of the Federation published on September 9, 2025, which documented multiple instances of unaccounted payments, abandoned contracts, and irregular financial transactions by the national $49.7 million, $14.3 million, and £5.2 million oil money. Now, a new report by the Nigeria Communications Commission (NCC) has revealed that urban residents in Nigeria enjoy faster internet than rural users, even as nationwide connectivity shows modest improvements. The executive vice chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission, Dr. Aminu Maida, said the report analyzed 377,135 network tests using geospatial mapping, found that urban download speeds average 20.5 megabytes per second Mbps compared to 11 Mbps in rural areas, a gap of about 40%. Although rural speeds have improved from 8.5 Mbps earlier this year, the NCC said higher latency in rural areas continues to affect real-time services such as voice and video calls. The report also highlighted that the choice of network operator can sometimes matter more than location. NCC Urban
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. RSTV, Channel 22 Pohakor. This is RSTV World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. RSTV, Channel 22 Pohakor.
Rstv, your source for authentic coverage.
China is expected to remain the largest contributor to global growth, accounting for 26.6%, followed by India with 17.0% and